For many observers, it is easy to assume that Russia's greatest fear lies in Western tanks, advanced fighter jets, or the continuous flow of artillery systems into Ukraine. Yet military specialists who have tracked this conflict closely since 2022 insist that Russia's deepest concern is not tied to any single machine or visible battlefield asset. What unsettles Moscow the most is something far more fluid, multidimensional, and transformative: the rise of modern precision warfare. This new reality is not a matter of speculation or media exaggeration. It is a development documented through satellite images, independent defense reports, and clear changes in Russian battlefield behavior. What Russia truly fears is not one missile system or one drone model. It is an interconnected web of intelligence, surveillance, sensors, software, and precision-guided weapons that work together to dismantle the very foundations of Russia's traditional military doctrine. To appreciate why this shift is so significant, we must go back to the early stages of the conflict. The early war: volume over accuracy. In the spring of 2022, Russian strategy hinged on overwhelming firepower. Intelligence assessments revealed that Russia was unleashing tens of thousands of artillery shells per day in an attempt to grind down Ukrainian defenses through sheer volume. It was warfare reminiscent of the 20th century, destructive, blunt, and dependent on massive supply lines. But this method carried a critical vulnerability. It required large ammunition depots placed close to the front, targets that could cause catastrophic damage if struck precisely. Russia felt relatively secure because Ukraine lacked long-range precision tools at that time. That calculation changed dramatically in the summer of 2022. The HIMARS era begins. The arrival of U.S.-supplied HIMARS launchers instantly rewrote the rules of engagement. These systems brought a level of accuracy that Russia had not anticipated. Within days, commercial satellite imagery from Planet Labs showed Russian ammunition depots erupting in precisely located fireballs. Analysts noticed that the enormous size of these explosions confirmed that high-value stockpiles had been hit. Panicked, Russian commanders began shifting depots deeper into occupied territory, spreading out ammunition across wider areas, and even hiding supplies in civilian buildings, actions criticized internationally. Yet despite these efforts, patterns of destruction persisted. Every time a new depot was identified, Ukraine was able to hit it with remarkable accuracy. This was the first unmistakable sign. Russia was no longer confronting only Ukrainian troops. It was battling a coordinated, Western-supported precision network. ATACMS expands the battlefield. The picture changed again in October 2023 when Ukraine received ATACMS missiles. Suddenly, airfields far behind the front, once considered untouchable, were within reach. The strike on Berdyansk airfield, confirmed by images and intelligence reporting, destroyed multiple Russian helicopters in a single blow. The true significance was not the hardware destroyed, but the strategic shock. Russia had believed these aircraft were safely beyond Ukrainian reach. ATACMS proved otherwise, forcing Moscow to relocate aircraft deep into occupied territory or even back into Russia. Stealthy strikes. Storm Shadow and Scalp missiles added a stealth component to Ukraine's precision operations. Designed to fly low and evade radar, these missiles began striking command centers, logistics hubs, and air defense systems. Think tanks analyzing satellite data confirmed that these were deliberate, high-value attacks guided by accurate intelligence. Technology alone did not make these strikes successful. It was the intelligence ecosystem behind them. The rise of Ukrainian naval drones. On missiles reshaped land warfare, Ukraine revolutionized the naval front. Using domestically developed naval drones, Ukraine struck Russian vessels inside waters once believed impenetrable. Footage and satellite images verified hits on several ships, leading Western naval experts to describe these assaults as groundbreaking examples of unmanned maritime warfare. The effect forced Russia to reposition parts of its Black Sea fleet, altering its naval strategy.
Long-range Ukrainian drones enter the scene. Simultaneously, Ukraine's domestic drone industry expanded at unprecedented speed. By early 2024, high-endurance drones were striking targets deep inside Russian territory, including airfields and energy infrastructure. Satellite imagery validated several of these hits, demonstrating that Ukraine had gained not only reach, but also accuracy far beyond its borders. Ukraine's indigenous long-range programs. Ukrainian officials repeatedly emphasized that new long-range missile and drone projects were underway, many classified. Analysts agree, Ukraine is developing multiple precision strike programs that will shape its long-term strategic posture, even if the exact specifications remain undisclosed. Why can't Russian air defenses stop this? Although Russia fields powerful systems like the S-300 and S-400, these platforms were designed decades ago to counter high-altitude aircraft and ballistic missiles, not small drones or low-flying cruise missiles approaching from unpredictable angles. Analysts from respected research centers have shown that small drones often evade radar. Cruise missiles at low altitude slip under detection thresholds. Combined, simultaneous threats can overwhelm even advanced air defense networks. Satellite imagery has even confirmed several successful Ukrainian strikes on Russian air defense positions themselves. Russia's response: electronic warfare and decoys. Russia has deployed strong electronic warfare tools capable of jamming drones and disrupting communications. These systems have downed or diverted many Ukrainian drones. Moscow has also spread out logistics centers to reduce losses from single strikes. Yet these methods only slow the problem. They do not solve it. Precision warfare keeps evolving, and Ukraine keeps adapting faster. Intelligence, the heart of precision warfare. Modern precision depends on intelligence. Ukraine now draws on satellite networks, maritime patrol aircraft, commercial drones, ground sensors, real-time data sharing with allies. Analysts describe this as one of the most advanced intelligence sharing frameworks ever used in an active conflict. The psychological impact on Russian forces. The constant threat of invisible, long-range precision strikes has left a deep psychological imprint. Russian soldiers and bloggers frequently express anxiety about unpredictable attacks. Some commanders relocate headquarters repeatedly to avoid detection. Even the possibility of precision strikes shapes behavior. A historic shift in military doctrine. For most of modern history, military power was measured by mass, numbers of tanks, planes, and guns. But advances in sensors, GPS, electronics, and software have made precision both widespread and affordable. In Ukraine, this evolution is happening against a major military power with advanced defenses, making it a landmark case in modern war. Precision warfare's global implications. Defense economists argue that precision warfare puts immense pressure on nations relying on massed equipment and Soviet-style doctrine, Russia included. It forces militaries to adapt quickly, invest heavily, and rethink their entire operational culture. Ukraine's integration of Western ISR and domestic innovation has drawn global attention. NATO, China, and numerous Asian militaries are studying Ukraine's drone development, rapid kill chains, real-time data integration, distributed precision attack strategies. The world is now watching Ukraine to understand the future of war. The human factor. Behind every precise strike stands a growing community of Ukrainian engineers, drone pilots, software developers, and intelligence analysts. Many learn their skills on the fly, blending civilian expertise with frontline needs. Their adaptability, more than any individual weapon, has become one of Ukraine's strongest assets. The conclusion analysts agree on. Russia's greatest fear is not a single missile or drone, it is the precision ecosystem. An integrated web of intelligence, surveillance, reconnaissance, drones, software, and fast decision-making that turns every high-value asset into a potential target. This ecosystem evolves constantly, reshaping doctrine, redefining risk, and challenging traditional forms of military power. The future of war will only deepen this trend. Satellites are sharper, drones are smarter, AI-assisted targeting is emerging under strict oversight, and transparency on the battlefield is increasing. When everything can be seen, precision becomes the decisive factor. In this war, the decisive weapon is not hardware, but a constantly adapting network. A weapon made of information, timing, and coordination. A weapon Russia cannot easily predict. And this new reality is only the beginning.